think I'm going to try something completely different in this video. So let's head over to the workbench and see what's going on. I'm going to be taking quite a bit of time off this fall, and that's good for me, but it's not so great for the channel because that's when it makes all its money on AdSense. In order to do that, I'm working on videos for the fall now, but I don't want to take all this time off and leave you guys with nothing new to watch for the whole summer. So I'm making a series of videos about the most common question that I get in my emails, and I get a lot of them. And that is, what's a funnel? Where do I put the sprue? Where do I put the vents? How do I know how to do all that? To do these videos, I'm going to be using toy prototypes that I sculpted for various clients. We'll start with a simple toy in this video and then work our way up to much more complex pieces as the series goes along. This is Norbert from a Scary Scary Monster pop-up book by Jim Henson. And it's a simple piece if you do two things. One, think about the end product. How will it be manufactured? Think about the molding and casting from the design inception of the piece. And two, break the object into pieces. Really, the most common problem is complexity. Things that look complex, that, how would I cast this? Become simple when you break them into pieces. The accordion legs and arms I didn't need to worry about. The factory handled those. But I had to sculpt the hands and feet. And they were a simple open pour mold. No need for vents and sprues. They will pour and fill without any problems. The body is also simple, but notice that I had to account for the direction of the pull, which is how the injection mold will form the piece. This is a front to back pull, so there can't be any hair texture on the sides. Otherwise, the injection molded part would be locked into the mold. And I had to account for this even at the prototype stage. When planning a mold, position is everything. How you orient the mold cavity will dictate the success of your castings. But people ask me all the time, where do I put the vents? Where do I put the sprue? In this mold, I'm using one vent, but a more complex mold may require many more. This body needs a simple funnel and sprue and also a single vent to let the air out. Properly set up, it will pour and fill correctly. Because I'm not actually making a mold in this video, I wanted to come up with a simulation, a way of visualizing what was happening inside the cavity. And originally I was going to do it as an animation in Procreate, but then I thought, not everybody has those kinds of tools, and maybe there's a simpler way. So I thought of a simple way to do it using paper cutouts. The mold is blue, and you can see that I have a simple arrangement of the funnel, sprue, and vent. The orange resin fills the funnel and falls to the bottom of the cavity. Then it rises and pushes out the air. I think this method of making a visualization could be helpful to you if you're having trouble imagining what's going on inside of a cavity. I just made it pretty for the video, but you don't need to use colored paper. Anything you have on hand will be just fine. I think it's a pretty neat way of checking to see if you're going to have any problems trapping air inside the cavity. This is why I learned silicone mold making and resin casting. I needed to take wax masters into plastic objects that could survive shipping and handling, and there has to be one to the factory and one to the licensor and one to the toy company. So I needed multiple copies that were indestructible, basically, and that meant turning the wax into hard plastic. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, watch this video next. If you got value out of the video and you want to support the channel, link down below to my Patreon. Thanks to everyone who's already signed up. I appreciate it very, very much. Also, there's a super thanks button down below, and you can use that for one-time contributions. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.